It's July, so you know it's the rainy season. And to be able to enjoy this season to its fullest, you need a couple of things. You need a duvet, good booze, and something great to watch on TV. Well, we don't have a duvet, but we do have the rest. Welcome to Barroom Therapy. My name is Shola Thompson. Welcome back to Barroom Therapy, and in my bar today, she is no stranger to the limelight, and also she has a pretty delightful personality, an all-around fun-loving person, and also, well, we know her as a very famous actress. Recently, she put some very interesting posts on Instagram, giving a lot of people out there some interesting words of advice, and today we'll be talking about that and more. Ladies and gentlemen, in my bar today, please welcome Juliet Ibrahim. How you doing? Good to have you on the show.
Thank you.
All right. So, hey, we're going to get down to brass tacks. You know exactly what those messages were about. You know, also talk about some other interesting things as well. But first, let me ask you, would you like me to hook you up a drink? A good drink?
Why not? Yeah.
To make this a very smooth experience?
Okay. Surprise me.
Let's get to it.
All right.
So you put a message recently on Instagram.
Which of them?
And it was about how it'll be much easier to break up with someone if you haven't had sexual intercourse with the person. So, yes, this along with other very lovely messages you've put out there. This one obviously got a lot of people's attention, and we'd like to know exactly the reason behind this. What prompted this? It seems like good advice. So what would you say prompted this?
But with this one, I was actually watching a video. Online, and it was a motivational speaker. So she was talking about breakups and relationships and how women always try to give themselves easily and too fast in relationships. So she was advising on how it can end up, you know, if you give yourself too fast in a relationship, you end up trying to be there with the person, even if you realize that it's not working out anymore, but you feel you've given in your all and you want to leave, but you like, I've already given him, you know, so much of me, so you keep staying and all of that. But if you haven't really, if you haven't slept with the person, for instance, it's easier for you to make that decision as a lady and just like, okay, you know what, I haven't given him anything, it's not working, I can see we're not compatible, this and that, so.
Your personality comes off as someone who is very relaxed and obviously not troublesome, not as troublesome. You know, it looks like you try to stay away from all the drama. And then, you know, people talk a lot of nonsense on Instagram and the comments people make. You hardly respond, except for one particular statement somebody made, and your response was robust.
Okay.
Right, and that statement was, some women are to blame for domestic abuse.
When I read such insensitive comments about people, it really gets to me because I know what I went through as a person, and I know how I didn't deserve it, but I had to go through it. So there's so many other people out there, male, female, that have gone through violence in some way or molestation or whatever, and it is not their fault. So when people try to just make it look like, oh, it's always about somebody being at fault or the person deserves it because they provoked somebody or whatever, then I tend to react to those kind of things, you know.
What exactly is Juliet Ibrahim about to drop on us, and what can we expect? You know, what is she going to reveal that, you know, we've not heard of?
I actually heard someone say to me, like, about 2 years ago, it was like he met me and he's like, he actually thought I was born with a silver spoon. And like, I'm some spoiled brat or whatever. And I was like, oh wow, I wish you knew. So it dawned on me like, people actually don't know who I am. Probably because of the color of my skin, I don't know. Or is it because of how I appear out there? They think I was just, you know, like an overnight diva or something like that.